It's really important for an organization to not see themselves as an independent entity or an island on their own.
Clinical and community partnerships, making sure that we are working with our external community partners who are funded to provide services to newcomers.
It's really important about building capacity and looking at the community partners that you might not necessarily be approaching.
We have, for example, on site community organizations that are here at the hospital once or twice a week from different organizations, whether it's to serve newcomers, whether it's to serve low-income populations, and they provide services to patients, families, visitors, as well as our staff.
We have to look at IHPs not just from an employment perspective. We need to look at them holistically. What we're really seeing is that IHPs are really struggling with trying to navigate employment, settlement, and it's really having an impact on the stress levels that they have.
Keep in mind that these people are displaced from their community. So they move from one area to another. In here, maybe they cannot find a job where they move, they have to move again. So the need for the emotional support and integration in the community, not only clinically, it's very important if you want them to stay with you in that area and to retain them for a long term. I think that's important.
This current center that we're sitting in right now acts as a navigation center for accessing community and health services supports and information. And what we found is that many of our staff, particularly those that were IEHPs, were actually coming to the center to access information that our community partners were providing. What we realized early on was that there was a role for the center to play in helping even our IEHPs and our staff generally in navigating the system.
So our community partners, one of them is Mohawk College. They have a program for internationally educated nurses, the bridging program for them. We have also Hamilton Center for Civic Inclusion, helping us with doing a training for cultural competence, not only for the IEN or ESL participants itself, but for the managers, for the directors, for staff in here. And we developed this training that we even provide outside of the community of Hamilton Health Sciences. CARE, Center for Internationally Educated Nurses, and they provide our language component. We do language communication for nurses advance. It's a workplace communication specifically set up for the internationally educated nurses.
It's not just about the day-to-day practices inside the hospital, it's learning about the community and outside, what exists, how they can, learn to meet new friends, find their faith base, whatever it is that they're looking for.
It really adds to the whole well-being of an individual when we look after the employees' holistic needs and general needs.
Beyond just community partnerships, it's also about looking at what other kinds of services and supports can you provide to the IHP in successfully integrating in the workplace.
I would suggest that organizations that do not have the resources could start by bringing on IEHPs in volunteer capacities by working with bridging programs to provide practicum placements.
It's a great opportunity to get IHPs to come in and actually work within a healthcare environment. It gives them an opportunity to see and observe, but also participate in a meaningful way in supporting patients.
These do not require resources. They may require a little time from preceptors within the organization to spend on actually providing some kind of mentorship to IEHPs, but in terms of hard finances, I don't believe they require huge resources, and I think that would be a good first step for such type of organizations to work on or to consider.
Really look at who is not in your doors, and maybe your client population isn't reflective of a diverse population, but it's how do you attract the best and the brightest, and the best and the brightest might be those IEHPs that are keen and engaged and really committed